Hey friends, it's Kurt from Transformative Journeys again. Today I'm talking to you, and by the way, I want to say welcome to spring. It is I don't know if you can see the beautiful green hillside and stuff. If you've been following the news reports, even on the national news, you'll know that Northern California has been getting just flooded, literally, or actually all of California, with precipitation. We're in a break between storms again. Supposed to be another one coming in, I think tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, that's not why I'm here, although I do welcome you to this beautiful day of spring. I'm actually here because I saw a YouTube video this morning on a channel that I follow. And I'll mention the channel because I think it's worth following. It's called BigThink. And in it, experts from a variety of fields, science, sociology, political science, economics, in all different sorts of sciences, and literature and so on, philosophy, share small capsules of big ideas. That's why it's called BigThink. And the video that I saw this morning was on suffering and the benefits of suffering, which right there sounds like an oxymoron. But what the person pointed out, and I'll put the link to the video down in the description because I think it's worth watching, is that with suffering comes meaning. Now, the person who was writing, or who was speaking rather, was careful to point out that not suffering that's externally imposed, but suffering that we choose to walk into. Now, we can argue about whether suffering that's externally imposed can ultimately lead to meaning. I've seen Stephen Colbert talking about his own life making that argument. But right now I want to talk about suffering we choose. Because one of the things that makes a pilgrimage, or a hero's journey is meaning. If you take a trip and it's just for sightseeing and for fun and there's no real existential meaning associated with it, then it's not really a pilgrimage. And suffering can amplify that meaning. So if you've chosen to go on a pilgrimage and you know what the meaning is and you suffer, as historically people did and still do on many pilgrimages, walking the Camino, walking in all points of Europe down to Rome or Jerusalem or wherever, it doesn't really matter, or the Hajj, actually, in Saudi Arabia, going to Mecca. Some suffering amplifies the meaning. It places it deeper within us. So when we do trips on Hero's Journeys, one of the reasons I like to do this via motorcycle is motorcycle journeys can involve suffering, even with no mishaps. The fact that you're exposed to the weather, that it's uncomfortable, that it's not as convenient as taking a car or a plane or a train, all these things can lead to some suffering. And my most foundational pilgrimage experience, when I went to Iona in 2019, there was a lot of suffering that was mainly due to just foul weather. And it's not any fun. I'm not going to tell you that you go into the suffering and think, oh, this is great. But it amplifies the meaning, and hence you get more out of it. So choose sometimes. When you're in the right circumstances and you have control, because we don't always, but if you're in the right circumstances and you have control, walk into rather than away from suffering, and see if it doesn't build meaning for you. Talk to you soon. Bye.